Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first match of Grand Finals weekend of JOKE2, the only one key tournament in the game of Ursu. In the blue corner, we have Alice Ham matched up against the red giant Brasil, from Brazil. Man, they banned two of the best maps in the pool. Pump It and Aurora, the SV map. First pick, Heisei Saikyo no Kuriya. Y category, speed number 1. Oh, they can both hack the 1-6. Oh, Ham has picked up an early miss, and Brazil is cruising. For the intro at least, he is completely comfortable for now. Dude, if you think that top seal is just taking a spoonful, just look at the saxophone seal. He is absolutely inhaling that entire bowl down there. Brasil, by the way, completely destroying this so far. Still on the FC. Ham has picked it up though. He has not missed since, or I think dropped Dak. But this pick is such Brazil territory. This is his bread and butter. Both of these players, two of the best in the business when it comes to speed, but Brazil is on a little bit of a different level. Look at him hacking these 5-plits, the consecutive 5-plits, without a sweat. Alright, here's the technical part of the map. Throwing in doublets left and right. Brazil is actually still hitting early. Like he is continuing the trend of last week. Ham is dropping Ak occasionally. Oh, Brazil did hit a miss. I mean, it's pretty understandable on this map. Both of these players aren't exactly cruising through that section. Brazil did end up getting a lot closer to Ham because of that section, but I mean that's it pretty much. That's the chance Ham had to catch up, but Brazil is dropping Ak now on the outro. Perhaps getting tired. One final spurt left. If both players hold as they are currently, it'll be Brazil's point. And it is. He will take it by 13k. The only thing Ham had going for him there was the ratio. Already a breakpoint. Yeah, good start going for the brutal maps. Now, speaking of brutal maps, we have a very fast rice map. We have I Love You with a lot of gusto in the name. It's 200 BPM with plenty of bursts. You will not have a shortage of verse. Interesting pick. Would have expected something more along the lines of Embraced by the Flame from Brazil, but we'll see. I'm not too sure about... Oh, he's playing Curry. I'm not too sure about Brazil's burst ability. Never mind, it seems to... Oh, it seems to hold up quite well. Though he did drop a lot of AC on the 7 plat, but Ham actually missed on it. And Brazil misses now, but he does not drop nearly as much AC as Ham did there. The intro is one of the more brutal parts of the map. And they come out not looking too hard. Brazil, though, having what looks to be like a 1 miss lead. And maybe, in the grand scheme of things, like a 2% lead. It's gonna be a little inflated at the start here. Here's a bit of an axe section though, they can farm up. But coming up here is a section with some longer bursts. Of course, of the 1/6 variety. Brazil nailing that one, nailing the second one as well. Ham dropping on the first one though. Brazil seems to have figured them out. Ham dropping occasionally though. That is definitely not good. Brazil has extended the lead to 550k points. And Brazil can afford a few misses on the upcoming ending section, even. With the way he's going. But it seems like he's not even gonna be dropping those misses. What even is with this guy? He's a complete savage. He pulled out the 4-200 free miss with better ratio than Ham. Never mind me saying I'm not sure if he's good at bursts. I'm convinced now. Nerves may be getting to Ham a bit. Ooh, Ham going for ludicrous speed. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Since the hard part is basically a continuous 240 BPM stream, which I think Brazil just is capable of completely destroying. so we'll just have to see. This is a very risky pick, I would even say. Now let's see how I get into the stream here at the start. Alright. Yeah, okay. What I was afraid of is that the streams might have been too slow for one of these players, but no, they seem to be handling it quite well. Okay, they are completely ratioing through the 1/6 into 1/8 bursts. That's good for them. It's really gonna come down to the hard part, I think. Though Brazil is dropping the occasional 200. Just like a single one sprinkled in. Oh, Ham is hitting a little early on this little calmer section. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. They both completely annihilated, and Brazil, in classic Brazil fashion, misses right after it. I just have to let that part speak for itself. Brazil, though, really unfortunate miss for him. If it wasn't for that miss, they would still be pretty much tied right now. Anyway, round 2. The 1/8 triplets come in. The 1/6 burst join the fray. And the densest section. Both players hit it, which is not good for Brazil. Ham is still on the FC. Oh, and Brazil has lost it. Yeah, it looks like Ham is going to be getting away with the FC on ludicrous speed. Very nice. And he did have the better AC and ratio. $984K. That's crazy. Not a single 100 dropped. Yo, extra spicy noodles for $17? That's so overpriced. Like, compared to the ramen, that's... What? Hang on, no, go back. No! Oh my god, Brazil going for embraced by the flame next. We've only had Rice and Speed so far. Speed being just faster Rice. These players are not having LNs today. They're just, I guess they're not really having the spicy noodles. They were pretty overpriced. Oh, this is such a Brazil pick. Alright, here we go. Stamina map. Stream map. 215 BPM, quite a fast boy. Oh, Brazil coming out of that pattern a bit shaky. I mean, out of that stream. It's not much of a pattern. There are much longer ones though that you would need to watch out for. So far, Ham has the athlete though. Not sure if he dropped a 200 yet. Anyway, coming up here, we have the death stream. And the second one. Both players not struggling at all. Brazil is more just trying not to hit too early there. Oh. Okay, Ham was picking up a string of 300s on this stream. That was scary. They're both still in the FC coming into the second set of streams here. Alright, no problems from either side. I'm pretty sure Ham V2 double S the first stream. He dropped a few 300s on the second one though. Anyway, here is an interesting section though. They've frozen a few 1/3s, which could catch players off guard. With maybe some decline in AC, something along those lines. Perhaps. Oh. It catches Ham. It made him drop 200, I think. Anyway, this is the ending. And I'm pretty sure the stream is twice as long. Yeah, here is another long stream. Alright, this is pretty much the last one. Okay, and they hold on. If nothing happens now, Ham wins, and they both FC. Last stream, right here. Oh, Ham got a 200 on it. That's still really close. They both had the same 200 count. Ham only won by ratio. They both get a free 200 FC. Guess we didn't make the pull hard enough. And it's 2-2 again. Look at that. Ham has broken back. It is all even. I have no idea how LNs are gonna go. Haven't seen one yet, and we're 4 maps in. Alright. Pictured as Perfect by Frums. A very odd song and map. That was not real. It looks like Ham has the better control on this map. This map is all LN, by the way. It's not a single rice note. Anyway, the intro is over. Now comes the weird part. And Brazil is struggling. Ham is also dropping a few acts. Just a couple. But he's still holding the combo. Which honestly is pretty doable in this section. The accuracy is just the main threat. Anyway, here's the speed section. Which I think, honestly, both players... Oh, never mind. Yeah, the long holds after each little, like, segment are really hard to tell which hand they're on. Other than that, I would have said it would have been like equally difficult for both of these. Because they're both pretty good at speed. But yeah, that'll be a pretty convincing win for Ham. With a 4-miss run. It's Brazil's turn to answer. Oh, Brazil picking challenger. Very, very risky move given what just transpired on the other LN map. This is the Creo song of Attorney. It is quite slow, or fast, depending on how you look at it. It's 128 BPM. It is not fully LN, so there's a difference there from Picture is Perfect. It mainly has these, well, it's got this release section, but other than that, it mainly has these very not dense speed sections. Oh, and now this little longer release section right here that both players are handling very well. Well, there was a bit of a trickier pattern there, but both players... Actually, I think Ham dropped a 200 on it. Ah, but Brazil equalizes. Oh, wait, no. Ham dropped a few more 100s, actually. Anyway, this is the part. There are some doublets here. And they are difficult to hit and read. Brazil missed once, oh, and twice. Oh, they both missed twice now. It is basically equal now. I think Ham might have had a bit more of a combo advantage though. Oh, it's gonna come down to accuracy, I'm pretty sure. And given that Brazil won on accuracy in the first half, he might be able to pull it back here. It's gonna be really close. Hold on. Brazil is pulling it back, I'm pretty sure. He's gonna get a small 400 combo boost, but Ham immediately catches up. Alright, here we go. The last few notes. Brazil is actually catching up. I think it's still slightly in favor of Ham. I think Brazil dropped a bit of hack. Oh wait, so did Ham. And it's going to be decided by 81 points. Ham holding on until the end. Brazil didn't even miss once. He only slider broke. 81 points. That is very devastating for Brazil. He is not gonna get a lot more opportunities to claw it back. Okay. I'm going with Nelv. Little less LN intensive, as this is a tech map slash hybrid map. This is tricky, actually. Getting above 900k on this map. I know you couldn't see it in the chat, but I just want you to know that start and select said it's Nelver over. And I hate that. No, just kidding, never change. Alright. Few little streams to get used to the BPM. And here's the burst section. Ooh, wait, Brazil is destroying. Wait, okay, never mind, he missed. What? Wait, he dropped so much accuracy from that one miss. Oh no. I think Ham is actually still FCing. Oh no, Brazil having a bit of trouble with the releases. okay. Accuracies have equalized, but Ham has the FC advantage right here. Oh, Brazil cutting it really late there, but managing to hold on and then dropping on the doublets. It's not looking good. I think Ham dropped a 100 at the end of that burst. Oh, here's a very tricky section. Yeah, both players missing. We continue missing simultaneously. Oh, Brazil's up by a miss. Oh, but the doublets, they really get him. And Ham has such a huge combo advantage, he's gonna go up 5-2. The accuracies weren't even that far apart, just Brazil couldn't hold on consistently. Whenever he got to like 400 combo he just dropped. And he is in a tough position now. It is Brazil's pick, after all. Oh yeah, whoever wins this moves on to the grand finals match. The grand finals match against Maimai. Anyway, Brazil gonna go for Mitra. Speed 2. Very stamina intensive map. It is Flash God Apocalypse after all. Yeah, 1K tournaments get pretty intense sometimes. Somehow it always just turns out that way. Top players just have that kind of ability. Top 1K players. Anyway, I have a feeling this is going to be insane. But I also don't want to get my hopes up too much. So we'll just have to see what happens. This is a pretty important point for Brazil. None of them are skipping. I think. Is that how a tourney client works? Oh, Ham with an early miss. Probably due to nerves. This map is 270 BPM, I'm pretty sure, all the way through. That's not gonna stop Brazil from hitting early though. That small combo advantage is really helping him out in the intro here. Anyway, here's a bit of a intensive section with some consecutive 5-puts. I really hope nobody misses because of LNs. They're both handling like the long burst streams. Anyway, here's like the only LN section. Oh, Brazil misses! Oh, but Ham also missed. Ham's miss was cleaner though. They pretty much reset. It's all down to the streams, these ones here. Oh, Ham. They both FC'd it, but Ham managed to hold his accuracy much better. But anyway, here's another set of streams. Oh, okay, Ham dropped a bit of ack, but Brazil counters with his own ack drop. Brazil needs a little more from Ham. Otherwise it might already be over. There's not much left. It's still very much within reach. But it doesn't seem like anything's gonna happen. Ham is clutching it out at the end. And there it is. Both players one missing. Ham getting a 99% score. Both players one miss. What is this? Who said that was okay? It's match point now. The only thing Ham has to do now is prevent Brazil from getting 4 points in a row. 5 points in a row even. It seems doable. Let's get some cheers for your favorite players. They're gonna need it for what could potentially be the lost map. Here it is. Energy Synergy Matrix, ESM. Probably one of the easier maps in the pool, actually. It does have these tricky doublets at the beginning, though. Which are like the hardest part of the map, for me. Anyway, Ham coming out of that unscathed. Brazil is struggling to hold above a 99%. Oh, Ham did find a lot of difficult drags in that stream. It's not gonna pull it that much closer. It's still 0.5% apart. And honestly, there's not that much hard stuff left in the map. Ham does bring it closer by 1/200. Pretty much all this now. There are no longer streams. No confusing bursts. 0.3% apart. Brazil needs like a miss from Ham or a complete collapse. Otherwise it's GG. And that's just what it's gonna be. Alice Ham with the 6-200 FC versus Brazil with the 9-200 FC. And a significant ratio difference. It will be Alice Ham winning 7-2 in this grand finals match. And he will move on to face Mai for the last match, or second last match, of the tournament. The final two players, there you go, Mai and Alice Ham. And that is going to conclude it. This has been Joke. Brazil versus Alice Ham. Stay tuned for the next match, which is... one second. Tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. But... oh, okay. Tomorrow for UTC. So in a couple hours, in 5 hours. Anyway. Oh, they're gonna play the tiebreaker. Should I? Should I let them play the tiebreaker on stream? Alright. The MP link is gonna be up anyway. Let's watch the show unfold anyway. Oh, this map is absolutely brutal. It is a 5.7 star one key map and it is still underrated. By a lot. And I've seen Ellis Ham's score on this, and no offense, but I don't think Brazil stands a chance. Here's the funny part. This was like the first draft that Billy Emoto sent us. Just this, like that high-pitched sound, going ham. Brazil sight reading, by boy, that is extremely impressive that he's still holding an A rank. Of course, no SVs for the tiebreaker, we don't have that kind of budget. But I think the rest of the map makes up for it in difficulty. Ham, meanwhile, still almost holding a 96% S rank. And the map only gets harder as it goes on. We are now in the 290 BPM section, which can probably classify as speedcore. Oh, they both hit that, like, section of burst. Oh. Big bursts. This is probably one of the easier parts to read, but like to play, it's so dense. And here you have the 1/3 and 1/4 intermingled. And the densest section of the map aside from the outro. How are both of these players surviving? Brazil hit the 2-7 plat 1-6 at 290 BPM. What is wrong with him? That's... Oh my god. What is this guy's problem? But Ham still on the S rank actually. All eyes on him. Okay. Question 1, can Ham hold the S rank? Question 2, can Brazil hold the A rank? It all depends on the section after this one. Here we go. Oh, they're both holding. I think they're both gonna do it. Not much left. And they're both gonna do it. They're also gonna have the last doublet. Ellis Ham pulling off the very impressive S rank on Grand Finals tiebreaker Ikaruga. And Brazil with the sight read A rank. They've done it. We've peaked. Anyway, speaking of peaking, that's only gonna happen next match, actually. So stay tuned for that in about 5 hours. Or more, wait. Yeah, no, I can't count, like 7 hours. Anyway, bye.